Some food news for you now. And on Monday, France's famous Michelin Guide awarded 68 new stars, including a prized third star to 2 French chefs. That brings the number of 3-starred restaurants in France to 31. The new Michelin edition, unveiled in the eastern town of Metz, also includes 9 new 2-star eateries, including one in Bordeaux. France is currently home to the highest number of Michelin-starred restaurants in the world. And we're going to talk about all of this now with Gwendal Poullennec, who joins me on the set. Gwendal, welcome. You are the international director of the Michelin Guides. France still has the most Michelin stars. What does that mean? France has the best food?
But you know, the Michelin Guide was born in France in 1900, so 125 years ago. And today, France is still boasting the most number of starred restaurants, but with a lot of diversity and a lot of young talents.
So talk us through the process. I mean, how does it work? How do you decide which chefs get these stars or which restaurants get these stars?
The Michelin Guide is really an independent source based on the recommendation of inspectors working on the field and testing anonymously the restaurants. They are all full-time professional and just assess the quality of the food.
All right, question. How do you get that job? I want that job.
It's not an easy one, so you need to have a full professional background. And then when you join the Michelin Guide teams, it's 2-3 years training because the Michelin Guide inspectors, they do travel the world. Today we have a presence across 50 different countries, and you need to know all the different food styles to be able to recognize the quality regardless of the price, the setting, or the nationality.
So tell us a bit more about this year's guide. What were the big surprises for you, the standout things?
I think in France what has been quite surprising this year is the amount of new projects, new restaurants that achieved the star level right the first year. About half of the star recognition this year has been awarded to, in a way, newly born restaurants led by young chefs that definitely make the restaurants a project of life as a whole.
And I know the Michelin Guide has been trying to shed its reputation for being very elitist, pricey restaurants, that sort of thing in recent years. Was there one restaurant this year that seemed to you more unusual, perhaps a more different dining experience that fits that description?
But you know, for the Michelin Guide, we do not have set-up numbers, and they are very humble and casual restaurants as well as fine dining places. But for example, if you consider one of the 3-star nominee today in Cancale, near Saint-Malo, you know, it's quite affordable for this level of quality with a unique signature, a unique approach of the cuisine, and still very sustainable.
And I imagine a very long waiting list now. The other thing I noticed, of course, we often think of chefs, French chefs, as being men, when in reality many women are fantastic cooks. Why do you think there's still this discrepancy? I think the numbers were, I don't quite have the numbers here in front of me, but there are many more male chefs. I think it's like an 80-20 percentage. Why?
No, that's still the case, definitely. And so it's something that we have to acknowledge, despite the fact that there are more and more female joining the chef teams and brigade. But less are achieving, let's say, the head chef position. But things are changing, and at the Michelin Guide, we are very happy, you know, to put a spotlight on the most inspiring young female ladies that are just paving the way to the others.
Gwendal, just as you were speaking a moment ago, we saw images of what we call in America the Michelin Man, this little character made up of tires. Michelin, of course, started as a tire company. What's the history? How did a tire company become associated with fine dining?
But in a way, you know, the Michelin Guide invented the brand content marketing. And then when it was born, initially in 1900, it was to help motorists to travel the territory. Then it expanded across the world, and it became a reference of lifestyle, adding restaurants, hotel, and crafting the destinations, because 3-star means worth to travel for.
And is there any truth to the legend that it was because Michelin wanted the tires to be used up by people driving around the country to try these restaurants?
No, in a way, that's absolutely true. And today, the Michelin Guide is continuing to expand with new destinations to come. We will soon reveal the first selection for Quebec, starting with Montreal, or Philippines, for example, in just a few months.
And just to something I learned recently, the Michelin Man in French is called bibendum. Is that correct?
Yeah, the Michelin Man is called bibendum.
Tell us about the Michelin star, what it can change for a chef. Can it really make or break a career?
Yes, definitely. It can be a life-changing moment for the chef and a game changer for the restaurant as well. because, of course, it will bring more clients to the restaurants, not only local or national, but sometimes international clients. But it will also help the restaurants to move and to push to the next level, to raise the bar year after year.
Gwendal, we just have a minute left. What for you is the ultimate Michelin restaurant? Can you name one that you think really fits the bill as the perfect Michelin restaurant?
You know, it's definitely according to your own taste. And what is impressive is that you have many, many different flavors. And for the inspectors, I will say that the ultimate quality is to be open-minded.
All right, open-minded. We've noted it. Gwendal Poullennec, thank you so much for coming on the set. You're the international director of the Michelin Guides that just released the new Michelin Guides with the new stars one day ago, 125 years. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Bon appétit à tous.
Merci beaucoup. Bon appétit. Thank you so much.